Hello, and welcome to our journey through the fascinating world of dimensions. Today, we'll explore what dimensions are and take a closer look at the mysterious fourth and fifth dimensions. Don't worry if it sounds complex. We'll break it down in simple terms with visuals to help you grasp these mind-bending concepts. Let's start with the basics. What are dimensions? In our everyday world, we're familiar with three dimensions: length, width, and height. These dimensions allow us to describe the size, shape, and location of objects in our physical reality. Imagine this cube. Length, width, and height give it its shape and size. These are the three dimensions we experience daily. Now let's talk about the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is often referred to as time. It's like a timeline where events occur sequentially. Think of it as the dimension that allows us to experience the passage of time from past to present to future. Every moment in our lives exists in this fourth dimension. Now let's dive into the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is where things get really intriguing. It's often referred to as a hypothetical spatial dimension beyond the fourth. Unlike the familiar dimensions of length, width, height, and time, the fifth dimension is more abstract. It represents a multitude of possibilities and alternate realities. Think of it as a place where every choice you've made or could make exists as a separate branch. It's a space of infinite possibilities. So, to recap, dimensions are the parameters that describe our physical reality. We have the familiar 3D space of length, width, and height, and then we add time as the fourth dimension, allowing us to experience the passage of events. Beyond that, the fifth dimension is a realm of endless possibilities and alternate realities. We've just scratched the surface of these mind-bending concepts. Exploring the fourth and fifth dimensions challenges our understanding of reality. Now let's dig bit into these concepts by perceiving higher dimensions, like 4D and 5D, by first considering how a 2D creature perceives a 3D object. Imagine a world that exists purely in two dimensions, like a flat sheet of paper. In this 2D world, creatures can only move left, right, forward, and backward, but they cannot perceive height or depth. If a 3D object, such as a sphere, passes through their 2D plane, the 2D creatures would perceive it as a series of 2D cross-sections changing over time. Analogously, think of a 2D creature as someone living in a flat piece of paper and a 3D object as a ball passing through that paper. As the ball moves through, the 2D creatures would see different size circles appear and change shape over time, even though they cannot perceive the ball itself in its entirety. Now let's take this concept and extend it to higher dimensions like 4D and 5D. In our 3D world, we perceive objects in three spatial dimensions: length, width, and height. But imagine there's a fourth spatial dimension that we can't directly perceive in the same way 2D creatures can't perceive our third dimension. Think of time as the fourth dimension. When we see an object move through space in our 3D world, we're actually witnessing a 4D object, one that has length, width, height, and also duration or a trajectory in time. For example, think of a car moving along a winding road. We see it at different positions in space as it moves forward in time, creating a 4D path through our world. Now, let's venture into the idea of a 5D object. This is even harder to grasp because it's an extension of the 4D concept. In 4D, we have an object's three dimensions in space plus time. In 5D, we add another dimension, which is challenging to visualize. But here's a way to think about it. Imagine you're watching a movie that's displayed on a 3D screen. The movie itself is a story unfolding over time, the fourth dimension, with all its 3D characters and scenery. Now, add a fifth dimension. Let's call it plot possibilities. In this 5D analogy, each decision or choice a character makes in the movie creates a new branch in the story. So the 5D movie encompasses all possible storylines that could result from different character choices, creating a complex web of interconnected narratives. Just as a 2D creature can only perceive slices of a 3D object as it passes through its plane, our perception of 5D objects would be limited to our ability to perceive and understand the various slices or facets of this multidimensional plot possibilities space. In essence, the leap from 3D to 4D to 5D involves adding dimensions of existence that we can't directly perceive but can comprehend through analogies and mathematical models. We've just scratched the surface of these mind-bending concepts. Exploring the fourth and fifth dimensions challenges our understanding of reality, and there's so much more to uncover. In our upcoming videos, we'll dive even deeper into these dimensions. We'll explore the mysteries of time and whether time travel is really possible. We'll journey into the realms of alternate realities and parallel universes, where the boundaries of what we think is possible are pushed to their limits. So, if you're as excited as we are to unravel the secrets of the fourth and fifth dimensions, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join us on this thrilling adventure through the cosmos.